together as they come to the stage. I speak.
Junior, hurry up, let's go, please. See, we're late, I'm late for work. I'm going to work now. Which kind of person asked me this morning?
How about the money I asked you now?
Sorry?
Money for food.
For which food?
The friends is not at home.
Wait, let me listen to yes. That
money now.
For what now?
To buy things at home.
Which food now? I want that. Wait, listen, woman, I gave you 20,000 last week. So don't tell me that money has finished.
20,000 for what? Since when? What is God talking about?
How many are we in this house? That 20,000 will finish under how many days?
How many days? I went to eat Saturday.
I bet you just around.
I went to Saturday. We went to buy.
How many times do I eat in this house? I eat only once.
Hold on, we are not about. What do you think you can't buy?
See, listen,
you cannot buy it. Give me money.
Listen, you're wasting your voice. I don't want the neighbors to hear.
Not that here. What do you mean?
Give me money.
I bet you want to come here to give my money. I need my money. Yes, I need money. Well, yes. Yes, give me money. I won't follow you anywhere. No. You not give me that. Give me money. No, give me money. No, you're not going anywhere. No, don't let me anywhere. No.
Junior, get into the class and sit down. Good morning, students. Who can remind us our last topic? Go ahead, Felicia. No. So who can tell us the meaning of it now?
The name of a person, animal, place, or thing.
Thank you so much. Clap for her. Junior, you are always absent-minded. Junior, what is the meaning of it now? Tell us the meaning of it now. I have told you, Junior, stop wasting our time in this class. You are always taking us back. You are just useless for nothing. Just stop disturbing yourself. You are wasting your parents' money. You are wasting our time in this school. When are you going to grow up? I have advised you to always stay at home and help your mother to sell akara instead of you to come there and start disturbing us. Be sorry for yourself.
Belittling one's ability, name calling, and verbal abuse. So you are being emotionally abused when somebody insults you, does not trust you if you are with, especially those that are more mature. In another 10, 15 years, 20 years, some of you here would already be married with children. So emotional abuse is number one. When words, you are being abused verbally. The second abuse is called psychological abuse. Can somebody repeat after me? Psychological abuse. Psychological abuse. Who knows what psychological abuse can even be in your imagination. Can you read this? Psychological is gotten from the word psycho. Do you know what a psycho means? Can someone just tell me, what is a psycho? Let me come here. What do you think a psycho is? What's your name? Ariti. What do you think a psycho is?
I think a psycho is
You've heard of the word psycho. Okay, let me move on to another. Thanks for trying. Who has the other microphone? Sir Henry. Let me go there. Yes, please, the gentleman there.
Psychological abuse is the act of abusing someone mentally.
Okay. Psychological, gotten from the word psycho. Do you know what a psycho means? Okay. Have you ever seen a madman on the road?
Do you know what they call a madman? We call them mad. The word psycho refers to someone who is mentally unstable. So if you are coming now and you see a man with no shorts in his panties carrying one leg of his shoe right in front of you on the road, what would you do? You will cross to the other side.
Why? But he hasn't done anything. He was just walking. You are afraid of what he can do, not what he has done. And that is what you call psychological abuse. When someone puts you in fear, you are afraid of what they can do. Let us watch these clips very briefly. Psychological abuse. Let's put our hands together and we come on stage. So they will show you an extract from emotional abuse and then psychological abuse.
Hey, that party really good yesterday. Scaling defense, go party was awesome. That party, I don't care for example. Nothing concern with example. Hey. Look at this junior. You didn't see me? Did you see us? Imagine, you cannot greet. No. You cannot greet your seniors. Hey, no, I don't blame you. You are not supposed to be in this school with people like us. You that your mother sells for you by the roadside. Who is your father? That you will be rubbing shoulders with rich kids like us. No, let me tell you. See, let me tell you. The next time you see us, from a mile away, you start kneeling down to greet. Is that there? I'm sorry. Get out of there! Nonsense. I don't know which book she's reading herself. Nonsense. You cannot even pass. You cannot do anything good.
Put your hands together.
Guy, I don't understand my team. They are just playing nonsense. They are just playing nonsense. Imagine small thing they cannot even beat.
Hey, come. Just come in.
See, Agam and Lisa here. Come on, move to the front. Let me have respect.
When where you go? Come here. Come.
Why is it like
If
I slap you?
So you know they need that.
Guy, calm down. See, you saw your seniors passing. You had God to come and pass our front.
If
I slap you now. See, so go ahead.
What you got that to let it do?
See, next time you see that see if I give you my back.
Wait, might help you. Will you run?
Can I go on this? Leg.
No blame man. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. That is psychological abuse. Why? You can't even pass in front of your seniors. You are afraid because those seniors, when you see them, do you understand? The object of psychological abuse is to put you in fear. You know, somebody just enters the compound, everybody has started going. It is called psychological abuse. Do you understand? That is the second kind of abuse. The third kind of abuse is the physical abuse. The third kind of abuse is look at. The third kind of abuse is physical abuse. That is the one that you are very conversant with. It is the slapping, the beating, the kicking, the punching. That is called physical abuse. And it is done to berate someone, to exercise physical power over another. Whether you are married to them or whether they are your children, you know, you just beat without recourse. Let's see a very, very brief snippet of physical abuse. Put your hands together. Child, what a day. Hey, babe, how are you?
You're welcome.
Thank you. I beg. I'm hungry.
Hungry.
Which one be hungry? Listen, I don't see. I am tired. If you
Papa
see the
Junior.
traffic,
Papa Junior.
Oh.
When you get
Mama
right now,
Junior.
I ask you for money. What did you tell me?
So as grown as you are, from this your head to this your leg, you know get sense. Say you fit find something wey you chop.
Sense wan leave you comot. I say sense waka leave you go when you dey come back from work.
This woman, you know say.
You stop me from working. You stop me from doing business.
Listen.
You stop me from earning income.
Listen.
And you want me to sell my body to feed you. Come we just dey start.
Okay, that is start.
Just dey start.
Na today your village people release their ancestors.
Okay.
Shey you think say when I marry. Put your hands together. A lot of us have seen these at home, in our neighbors' houses. You are seeing it on social media. You are seeing it everywhere. Husband and wife, brother and sister. That is physical abuse. I missed one abuse which is called financial abuse. Hello, how many abuses have we talked about now? So I'm going to 4 now. It's called financial abuse. Financial abuse is when you stop somebody from working. A lot of men, when they get married, maybe by tradition or culture of their area, they tell their wives to stop working. A lot of us also in financial abuse, you see it amongst brothers and sisters. They give you 50 naira to share equally with your brother. You now give your brother 10 naira because you are older. You say, I'm the oldest one. It's called financial abuse. Financial abuse, ladies and gentlemen. You heard the lady say, you stopped me from working. Hello? Do you remember the drama? The lady said, you stopped me from working and told me to be a housewife. Where do you want me to get money? Stopping someone from working is called financial abuse, And ladies and gentlemen, there is a law against it. I will tell you of the law. It is Violence Against Persons Prohibitions Act. It is in this book that I gave you. Section 1, Section 12, subsection 1. A person who causes forced financial dependence or economic abuse of another commits an offense and is liable on conviction to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 2 years. That means for stopping someone from working, you can be imprisoned for 2 years. It is a crime. I'm looking at the faces. You don't believe. Don't do it to find out.
Because very soon, in another 50, 20 years, some of these men you see here will be fathers. And also, brothers and sisters, they give you money, they give you bread, they give you 3 pieces of meat to share amongst 3 brothers. The oldest will eat 2 and then cut the last one into 2 for the remaining 2. Hello? Some of us look like we've done it before. I'm seeing someone, you've done it before. They gave you money to share with your brother and you took almost everything. Thank you for being honest. Let us watch this brief snippet. Put your hands together.
I'm just looking now. This guy just finished. What will I do now? And this man said I should not work. I don't have money at all. How will you just come and see what you will say again?
This life is good.
Very.
This woman. Hello?
Hello.
How
Where
are
you
you?
dey?
I did where I did. Pretty concerning. What's the problem?
Your problem is say gas don finish and there's nothing to cook with at home and he went to buy gas.
Sorry, come again.
I wan buy gas. Gas don finish for house.
Which of the gas? The one wey dey sell for road or the one wey dey sell inside house?
Which kind question be that one? I say gas don finish to cook.
They get filling station gas and they get house gas. So which one?
If I say they eat where that is why I wan no catch you. I want to cook. Cooking gas has finished. I need money to buy cooking gas.
It's not difficult. Just go and buy gas now.
With what? I will go and sell my cloth or do what?
Don't you have money in your pocket?
Which money? You have stopped me from working. You say I should not do business and pay a complete house while sit down, cook, eat, take care of the children, clean your house for you. So where will I get money and buy gas for you?
She wants to be.
This man is a useless man. I don't understand. Look at woman, money, and you come and say you want to eat food. What kind of food you want?
Woman.
I don't know what you want to cook.
Listen to me. Your mates, if their husbands don't have, they make a way where they seem to be no way.
So you are telling me to
find a way to buy gas and cook my food because if I enter that house, there is no food.
Well, sorry to disappoint you. I cannot send my boy to cook for you. If you come back, there's no food to back and go and sleep.
Oh, okay. So
I even putting my head down. I don't have money. I have to pay money to buy his head. I'm cutting my phone.
Please, just.
I don't cut my phone. I beg.
Don't mind that. She wants to be using her money to be chasing all those small boys. Let me be going where I'm going.
Mommy, please, as usual, just give me minutes. Put 5 minutes inside. Yes, 5 minutes. Yes.
Big bro.
Anytime there's a one, how can this one go carry
Big
itself?
bro. My money now.
Big my money now.
The one you gave me, Abi. Come, I've told you severally, anytime you see me inside car, you have to wait, allow me to eat, let the food digest very well, then you come and disturb me. Now you've spoiled my mood. I can't even eat the food I want to eat.
Am I finished now? If my money I need job.
Next time we see you now, we're thinking like this. What happened? What do you want?
Give me my money.
Which one?
The one of money you didn't give me. Okay, you gave me today. When Why is they didn't give me? Tell them you today is Friday.
I didn't give you Monday. I gave you Tuesday. You did not praise the Lord. How much did I give you on Tuesday? 200. Abi, how much did I give you?
200 now.
I slap you.
I mean, give me my money.
Your money is supposed to be like, my math is not failing me. Maybe like 1,000. Abi. I see. I told you I'm saving this thing for you. December will come and
Baby, don't say that you back. Don't send it. Give me my money.
hey, so it has gotten to that level with the child. Hey. Okay, you know what? Out of 1,000, this is 15 naira. Calm down now. Allow me to talk.
Jesus Christ.
This is 15 naira. You will use this 15 naira, but don't use everything. I'm expecting 20 naira change. You want to beat me? Come and beat me. Give me them.
Put your hands together. That is the brother and the sister. The father will give them money, the older brother will help us save it. That is what? Economic abuse. Now, there is a very serious issue called sexual abuse. Now, how many of you, this is how it begins. How many of you have been to a major market? Like Oshodi, like Lagos Island, like, Alaba. I don't know if they do it in Alaba. Okay, let me borrow somebody, please. Please. Put your hands together. What's your name? Onye. Are you from Imo State? Because I heard the bride price in Imo State is a very... So, put your hands together for Onye. Now, this is Onye in Lagos market. She came to buy a pair of jeans. Have you seen this before? Just be walking and see if gently. Auntie, come now, come and buy jeans. You say, leave me alone. You say, leave me alone. Auntie, come now. I have jeans here. Come now. What are you? You see, there's what is called unwanted touch. Men touching you, women touching you where you do not want to be touched. Now, after touching them, you start touching by the hips. Come now, come and buy jeans. Some will say, where are you going? They come and block. You know, they just keep touching, pulling, grabbing. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. That is called what? Sexual abuse. That is when molestation starts. The men are laughing. You don't know men are also molested? You don't know men are also molested? Last year, about 567 men were reported to have been molested or been attempted rape. So it is no longer a woman problem. It is also becoming a man's problem. Unwanted touch in an unwanted place. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you been to the market before and they start grabbing you, touching you, and you say, okay, if you even want to, they won't touch the hand, they won't touch the elbow, they'll start reaching for your back until they'll start dragging you, and you say, leave me. They say, so am I not? I can't touch you. That is called molesting. Touching people where they do not want to be touched. So ladies and gentlemen, the first thing you will learn to be safe from abuse is to put your hands by your side. Stop grabbing people, especially of the opposite sex. Unwanted touch in the unwanted place is called molestation. That is the first step in sexual abuse. That is forcing someone. It goes into what? Defilement. Legally, you have to be 18 to be referred to as an adult. So if you are under 18, you are seen as a child. So if you You are only able to rape an adult. You cannot rape a child. It is called defilement. That is when you attempt to do what you call rape to a person below 18. It is called defilement. I think it was February last year we arrested someone who defiled a 9-month-old baby. Nine years ago, we apprehended a gentleman who was an elder in the church. His wife was 7 months pregnant for him, and his daughter was also 4 months pregnant for him. The problem is that a lot of these things are happening to our boys and girls. But because you have nobody to talk to, you are afraid that if you tell somebody, they would report you. At times you've tried to tell even people at home, and it has led to something else, so you are quiet. This year alone, at least we've had about 2 13-year-olds give birth for family members. That is an uncle that just came into town or a neighbor's son. Sexual abuse is enough to damage someone psychologically. So I appeal to you, girls, boys, if you have anybody touching you in places you don't like, coming close to you, and you are not comfortable, you have a fantastic team of teachers in this school. Try to tell somebody. Try to tell somebody that you don't like the way they are touching you. Or you see somebody following you. Ladies and gentlemen, I teach people to scream. I teach men to scream. I teach women to scream. There is a reason God gave women a louder voice. Use it when you are in a place or being held by somebody, especially 73% in the world. Yes, almost 73% of murders, of rapes, of defilement are by known people. So your chances of being molested by someone you know is higher than by someone you don't know. So scream if you see somebody following you, or they're always coming when nobody is around. Scream, run, tell your teachers. Let me give you a little example of sexual abuse. Put your hands together.
Fine, hey, about this show. Hey, fine girl.
Stop now, don't touch me.
See, you know I like you.
Stop.
Why you doing that?
Stop! I should talk with your hands, talk with your mouth.
Stop doing it.
Stop touching me.
Listen.
I'll report you, stop.
Report to it.
Stop!
Wait.
Stop! Leave me alone, leave me alone.
See, I'm a fine guy.
I don't care.
Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. As you are rounding up.
Today is a good day.
Ariel.
A very good day. Who is this girl? Cynthia! Why are you always like this? Why are you always like, you have failed the simple test I gave to you in mathematics. What is there? And I've told you, oh, calm down, relax, come, relax. Calm down now. Just come. I've told you, I should stop touching you. And he said you should come, you are saying I should stop touching you. I've told you, see, I want to teach you maths. Calm down, relax. See, relax. Relax, calm down, just stand. Eh? Come, see, I've told you, anytime you want me to teach you maths, you know where to meet me. You know now, once you come, you will come. Good girl, come, let me go and teach you maths in the class.
Put your hands together. Put your hands together. I want to acknowledge the presence of the proprietress of the school, Mrs. Emedolu, Mrs. Ifunaya Emedolu. She was here. I don't know if she stepped out, but please can we put our hands together for the proprietress? She's right here. I want to especially appreciate her for giving us the time to come and make this presentation to your students. God bless you. Please a round of applause. Thank you. So the last but not the least is the cultural abuse. What did I say? Cultural abuse. Now, cultural abuse happens when there is intertribal relationship, like a Yoruba man marrying a Hausa man, or an Igbo man marrying Igbo man being friends with the Yoruba man, and the Yoruba man being friends with. It happens when people from different tribes meet and have a relationship. Now, cultural abuse is simply using parts of a person's culture to abuse them. Do you understand what I'm saying? I look at you and say, people, now no dey get sense. Everything na spare part. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you say, oh, Yoruba, all of these ones, na pepper, then you will chop. Agbero. You understand? Using part of the person's culture to abuse them, that is what is called cultural abuse. We have a 1-minute presentation. Oh yeah, put your hands together.
God, what is all this now? You want to shake me? Imagine this on my Yoruba boy. You want to shake me? And you don't know. Now when you carry go shit now for toilet, you don't use your hand to clean your bum, you don't forget. You don't use your hand to clean your hand for bum. I don't wash her. You wash her. I beg you, see, I did ask for you. You invite me come your house, come to Paris for your place. I come your place. You give me pepper for cake I chop pepper. You give me pepper. The rice I chop pepper. When time you want to give me? You want to take pepper for cake. When I do they like pepper. What did you wear on for pepper? I don't get about chop pepper. Come. What they talk? Relax. All this on Yoruba people na through the best. What's on the best? That is shine. Other look for me like the best. Other for me. See. That's the problem with you people. Now let me speak English for you. See. Since I don't understand English. See, we like to do business as an Igbo man. You understand that? That one our business. Yes, we like business. Yoruba man. Sorry. Whatever you say, no. We are going to take papers. See, I am proud to possess papers.
Put your hands together. Now, you can see what happened in the last elections. How many of you realize what Lagos became? It became Yoruba against Igbo. It is called cultural abuse. Turning somebody against somebody just because of culture. Now, that will mark the end of our presentation. I just need you to understand that there are laws that protect each and every one of us. And it is also at the back of the book. I need you to take note of these particular laws. Section 356 of the Nigerian Criminal Code Act says, any person who unlawfully and indecently assaults any male person is guilty of a felony and imprisonment for 3 years. Now, what is assault? Let me use my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, you might think assault is a punch. No, assault is this. That can send you to 3 years in prison once he can prove it. Assault is when you lay your hands on a person. You will hear them say, you just touch me. Have you heard it before? Just touch me. Abroad, nobody will throw the first one. They will say, hit me. Because they know that the moment that happens, it is a jail sentence. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where fights start. This is where fight starts. The grabbing and shoving, that is assault. So, ladies and gentlemen, stop at the assault. Stop the pushing, the shoving. It is something that can send you to prison. Now, anyone who assaults a girl in like manner, section 360 says you are liable to imprisonment for 2 years. The criminal code on rape here, any person, that is section 358, any person who commits the offense of rape is liable to imprisonment for life. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are taught not to lay your hands on a man or a woman without their consent. Domestic violence and abuse, you would see in the Violence Against Persons Prohibitions Act, a person who causes emotional, verbal, or psychological abuse on another commits an offense and is liable on conviction to imprisonment not exceeding 1 year. So all the verbal abuses, you are stupid, you are mad, these are things that the law frowns upon and can get you in prison for 1 year. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be in your midst. Okay, I have 2 questions. People want to ask me a question. Please, who has any question to ask? If you are too ashamed, you can write it down and give it to someone to give to me. You have a question, please. The question there, please help me. Any question?
Out of all the rules that were in the brochure, can any of them be bailed out of prison?
Yes, there are some offenses that are bailable. There are some offenses that are bailable, but the offenses that are not bailable, number 1 is rape, defilement. That is when you touch someone less than 18. Those are unbailable offenses. But for emotional abuse, it is bailable because it will be charged to court. And for you to bail somebody that they know will not run, that is someone in the society, those are the only ones that can bail. I don't bring nobody. So that person will now be responsible. If he doesn't produce, he will serve your term in prison or be fined. Any other question, please? Yes, yes, please.
Sir, you said in section 358 that is liable to be useless for life, with or without cane.
Yes.
So what is cane?
Caning is flogging with the cane. There are some offenses that the prescription of the law is flogging. Some is death by hanging. You see that some abroad is electrocution. Here, you can also be flogged. Yes, please. Any other person? Yes.
Child abuse is part of domestic violence.
Child abuse, yes, it's part of is abuse, not violence. You remember, abuse is verbal, violence is physical. Abuse is verbal, So there is domestic abuse, which is the emotional, the words and all that. Then when the person now touches you physically, that is when it becomes domestic violence. Yes. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Now, what if you scream for help or you try to like scream? It's either you threaten you or when you scream, there are some people that will not come. If they don't come, what do you do?
The first thing I will tell you that is sorry, can I ask you, where? Is it in the house?
Yes.
In your own house?
No, like for example, if you are being, let's say, abused and you scream for help.
What kind of abuse?
Sexual abuse and you scream for help and no one comes. What's the best thing to do?
When you scream, you not only scream, you run. You run. Sorry.
Thank you so much, sir. Just to add to what he just said, we always teach our children, lately you were talking, I just checked. We always teach our children that you don't just shout, hey, hey. Someone like me, if I hear children shouting, hey, 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 I might not take you serious. But when you shout, somebody help! Can somebody help me? There's no adult in this country that will hear that shout without coming to your rescue. Don't just shout, hey, hey. But when you shout, somebody help, 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 I need help. There's no adult that will attend to you. You are sure of that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your scream is not just a scream, it is a cry for help. So you must say help and then you must run. Now, there is, if you check it, there is a crime called stalking. That is when you are walking and you see somebody following you. Ladies and gentlemen, you turn to the left, you look back, the person turned to the left. You're going, you turn to the right, you see the person turn to the right. You scream and you run. It is not a time to speak in tongues and to be saying Jesus, Jesus. No, you run. You scream and you run. Somebody is following me. Somebody is following me, and then you run. Identify your threat. Do you understand? Thank you very much. Any other question? Any other question? Please, if you have a question, just stand up. I can't see hands. Okay, you're there. You said if the person is not pursuing you, the person is running after you, and you are running, is running. You scream for help. Always run to a place where people are and scream for help. Nobody will, when you are screaming, somebody is following me, the person will turn back. The person will turn back. Even the thief is afraid. Go ahead. Yes. They can write their voice. Yes, they can write. They can write. Please go ahead. Please, if you have a question, come here. Let me. Okay. Go ahead.
In the case of abuse, when you maybe something like sexual abuse, when you are trying to report, what if you try to report to someone close to you or people around you and they don't really take you seriously or like attend to your problem?
My number is at the back of this. The red line at the back. That is my number. You have also various Lagos State parastatals. Then, especially your school, when you must have a teacher or the proprietress is here that you can go and report to that you are being sexually abused.
Another thing to that is there's a difference between you discussing with your friends. There's no way your friends will take you serious because you are still at the same level. But I tell you that in Nigeria of today, there's no educator, there's no teacher. In fact, we even take assumption to be true when it comes to sexual abuse. Do you understand? So when it has to do with sexual abuse, please don't discuss with your friends. They might not understand the implication. They might not even understand how bad it is in today's world. Please, exactly. They might even start telling other people. Go straight to your principal, your vice principals, your pastoral lead, Mr. Chijoke, Ubioka, Udechukwu, principal, Mr. Bioboso, Machukwu, or any female teacher. Do you understand? It is best, in fact, it's best to discuss with an adult, not with your colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want to go ahead. Come again.
Meaning is when you kill the person who tries to abuse you.
You kill the person who tries. Yes, there's a defense called self-defense. It is a defense that is when you believe your life is in danger. Last year, we lost almost 325 people to rape. They were strangled and raped. There was a very popular student in Abia State University that was strangled, a 200 level student, strangled and raped. So if you can fight for your life, you fight for your life. Go ahead, please.
So what, in the case of emotional damage, what do you do?
Emotional abuse.
Emotional abuse, what do you do?
Emotional abuse is one of the most least talked about and has the worst impact on the self-confidence and self-esteem of a person. There are some of us that are very emotional. That means words hit us. If you are being abused at home, you need to tell a parent. And if it is the parent, you need to tell, if it is daddy, tell mommy. If it is mommy, tell daddy. If both of them have not done anything about it, you can come to school and tell your teacher that I am being emotionally abused at home. Now, you have to be careful because at times someone will tell you, okay, you're a very silly boy, and then you come and say, I'm being emotional abuse. No. Let it be real emotional abuse. It is persistent. It is every day that one is. Emotional abuse is not just once, it is consistent. Any more? Yes.
What if the person holds gun?
Where did the person find you? At home?
No, like you are walking on the street, then you hold you like this, then it shows you like this.
If it shows you the gun, the first thing is to be safe because you know that if he pulls that trigger, you might. But then, what does he want? Does he want to steal from you? Does he want to kidnap you? This is what I tell people, especially children. When you are walking on the road, please don't just put your earpiece and block your ears. A lady was killed while crossing the railroad in Oshodi because she had the train was running. She was still bumping her head till the train cut her into two. You can't just be covering your ears. You should be noticing what is going on your left and on your right. If not for the earpiece, you would have seen the person coming close to you and you would have increased your pace or shouted, why are you coming close to me? And you run. If you watch movies, you will find out that the people that die first are those with earphones in their ears. Just check it. A thief comes in, you don't know because they're in their room playing Xbox and they are covered. That is how whether a killer or another will just tie you down. You have to be, if it's just one ear, put it in one ear so that you can hear with the other. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think we have 1 more minute. Yes, 1 more minute, please. Go ahead.
So I have a question. So what if, let's say, for example, somebody, like your classmate or something, speaks to you sexually, in a sexual manner, but he's not harassing you, what do you do?
If the person speaks to you in a sexual manner, you have 2 options, either to accept or to decline. If you decline, you tell the person, that is it, I don't like it, don't talk to me like that again. The problem now comes if after you have told the person no, the person still comes. Then next thing, you go to your teacher. Very simple. And report him. Yes.
Someone asked a question of if you can kill the person.
Yes.
So, sir, what if you now, in the process of self-defense, person you kill the person and you are now accused of?
No, you can't be accused of when it is clear that you are fighting for your life. It's in the United Nations Charter. The first thing is right to life. You have it. So what are you supposed to stand? And then you have to stretch your neck. I want to be just put your neck a quarter. No, you have to fight. You have to fight. If your father were there and he saw someone trying to grab you, you think your father will not pick a cutlass? What is he trying to do? Protect life. In the same way, that is why you have to be alert. The world we are in is not the way it used to be. Before you open the door, know who is knocking. Some people just open the door, yes, what, and then a gun to your head. You will check the window, yes, who is it? What is your name before you open? You are walking, you are seeing somebody coming close, you cross to the other side of the road. Then the person crosses to the other side, then you take off. It's simple. Especially women. Last year we were looking for 423 children got missing. We have only 365 days in a year. That means for every day one child was getting missing. In some days you had 2. So you have to be conscious of where you are going. Somebody invited you for a party. You tell them, you have to, I'm going to so place. So then probably your parents drop you there, you drop back. Some of you have smartphones. You put on your locator, let someone know where you are. Thank you very much. I have to go now. Thank you.